Hello, and welcome to Pandora Astrology's monthly horoscope for Capricorn. I'm Julia Mijas, and with me today is...
I'm Jamie Kale Miller. Well, happy birthday, Capricorn. If Capricorn is your sun sign, which it certainly might be if you're watching this horoscope. If you haven't gotten your yearly birthday reading yet, it's not too late to benefit from a thorough look at your solar return birthday chart. It tells you all about the year to come, and it comes with fantastic affirmations that you can use all year to advance every project. You'll find a link for it in the description below. Well, let's start with relationships. We like to talk about relationships, career, and finance in these horoscopes. And so the relationship zone is not terrifically active this month, but basically where you're at, Capricorn, is being at the end of your year, which has that feel, whether Capricorn is your sun sign or your rising sign, there's this feeling that you need to withdraw, that you want to just kind of pull inward, get a little more introverted, and gather your energies towards your birthday time, or when the sun moves into your first house. And at that point, you're going to be feeling lots of energy and lots of verve. But for now, no, you're kind of like introverting, maybe a little hard. And that's good. That's a good way to start this month before your birthday actually comes upon us. So gather your energies, do that retreating, do that pulling inward, find some blessed solitude. It's a good thing if you do. And then mid-month, planets are going to be migrating into your first house, where Capricorn is, a big pile of planets gathering in your own sign, giving you all kinds of energy of different sorts. Mercury moves in there, Mars moves in there, the sun, of course, moves in there, and you'll find that you start to be really filled with energy around mid-month and start to feel that drive to push forward with things and also to think more clearly. Another piece of good news there is that Mercury goes direct on the first of the month, and as it moves into Capricorn, you find that your mind is so much more clear and you can make plans. So, but the best news, especially pertaining to relationships, is that as Venus moves into your first house, you become charming, charismatic, engaging, personable. And it's a really good time to do something about your personal style, to, like update your hair or your wardrobe or your look in some way. Do something to your appearance that makes you more attractive. It's a really good time for that. Venus enters your first house on January 23rd. So for about a month after that is a really good time for those kinds of activities. And then the last thing I want to say is that the moon rules your seventh house, Capricorn. And so it covers, it tells us about your relationship domain. And the full moon in Leo of January 25th is going to land in your eighth house. So that should really amp up your sexual energy and your sexual attractiveness and bring more intimacy and deep bonding and connection into your already existing relationships. Hey, Julia, what's up in career and finance for the Caps of the world?
A lot going on, Cap. So on the 11th, pretty early on in the month, there's going to be a new moon in your first house of self. So if we remember, a new moon is when the sun and the moon are in the exact same place in the sky. Capricorn, your sign, is a work sign. It's a sign of ambition. It's about moving up the ladder in life and achieving goals. So having this new moon in the first house means that this is going to be a beginning chapter of some personal projects for you, because the first house is a very personal house. Now, this particular new moon squares the nodes. The nodes cut a path of destiny across the chart, with the south node reflecting your past as well as your karma, and the north node representing your future, what you can sort of move towards in life. So having it square the nodes means that there might be a little bit of a tension between something that's pulling you back from the past, that might be kind of slowing down this fresh start, and your way of resolving this tension to move forward towards that north node, towards the future. Venus, the planet that rules your 10th house, begins the month in the 12th house, meaning that, you might be doing a lot of work on your own at the beginning of the month. These new personal projects might be really just you on your own there. But by the 23rd, she's going to be moving into your first house, and this is a fabulous time for promoting yourself in career. If you have any job interviews lined up, Venus in the first house is extra, extra charming. Really good time time for going into business for yourself or just making a good first impression in career. And then with finance, Ceres, the money asteroid, is in the sign of Sagittarius. She loves to be in this sign. She's in there this month, as well as in your 12th house. Now, the 12th house is a charitable house. So there's a sense of Ceres and Sagittarius, which is such a nice, lucky, fortuitous placement in a house of that rules nonprofits, that rules charities, that you're actually going to be getting more by giving more in some way. Maybe that means a good tax deduction, and you also feel really good about yourself at the same time. There's going to be a nice conjunction when Venus meets up with Ceres mid-month. This can add a little extra pleasure, maybe a little extra luck with money. You might want to treat yourself. And Pluto, which just moved into Aquarius, is now in your second house. So this is going to be a pretty big transit that you're going to be feeling over the next couple of decades. Pluto's going to be transforming how you make money, and the transformation is definitely beginning now. Well, that's all we have for you today. And if you enjoyed this horoscope, please do hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and tell your friends about us.
Find our site at pandoraastrology.com to get a reading with one of us, and find us on Patreon for workshops and classes. And we'll see you around the cosmos.
Bye-bye.